know what? Let's listen to positive stuff. Mike Pompeo at the Heritage Foundation today was outstanding on Iran. Cut 8, go.
So, the path forward. America's commitment to the Iran strategy President Trump laid down in October remains. It will now be executed outside of the JCPOA. We'll continue to work with allies to counter the Iran's destabilizing activities in the region, block their financing of terror, and address Iran's proliferation of missiles and other advanced weapon systems that threaten peace and stability. We will also ensure Iran has no path to a nuclear weapon. Not now, not ever.
You know who's helping Iran against us? Europe. Europe has lined up behind Iran with the American press and the Democrat Party. So it is this president and his people and we conservatives lined up against the world, the Democrat Party, and the American media. Now, how sick is that? Hey, you know what? Trump's people had a meeting with the Saudis. Cut 9, go.
Apply unprecedented financial pressure on the Iranian regime. The leaders in Tehran will have no doubt about our seriousness. Thanks to our colleagues at the Department of Treasury, sanctions are going back in full effect and new ones are coming. Last week, we imposed sanctions on the head of Iran's central bank and other entities that were funneling money to the IRGC Quds Force. They were also providing money to Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations. The Iranian regime should know that this is just the beginning. This sting of sanctions will be painful if the regime does not change its course from the unacceptable and unproductive path it has chosen to one that rejoins the League of Nations. These will indeed end up being the strongest sanctions in history when we are complete. The regime has been fighting all over the Middle East for years. After our sanctions come in force, it will be battling to keep its economy alive. Iran will be forced to make a choice. Either fight to keep its economy off life support at home or keep squandering precious wealth on fights abroad. It will not have the resources to do both.
Oh, so radical. This is important. This is good, right? Wonder what the Hillary administration would be doing about it now. Do we have time for number 10, Mr. Producer? Go.
The Iranian regime is going to ultimately have to look itself in the mirror. The Iranian people, especially its youth, are increasingly eager.
Well, let me say this quite frankly. If you've ever seen some of these mullahs, it'd be very painful for them to look in the mirror. Go ahead.
Political and social change. The United States stands with those longing for a country of economic opportunity, government transparency, fairness, and greater liberty. We hope, indeed we expect, that the Iranian regime will come to its senses and support, not suppress, the aspirations of its own citizens. We're open to new steps with not only our allies and partners, but with Iran as well. But only if Iran is willing to make major changes. As President Trump said 2 weeks ago, he is ready, willing, and able to negotiate a new deal. But the deal is not the objective. Our goal is to protect the American people.
Yep, very radical. I'll be right back.